So you guys are not gonna believe when I say this, but one day I was roaming around the city center in Singapore near the central business district area. I took a Diet Coke from a vending machine, and when I opened the can, the next thing I knew was that I had a bath in Diet Coca-Cola. I guess the vending machine was not properly labeled, or there was something wrong in its mechanics, because of which the beverage blew up. And that's the first time and the last time that something like that actually happened to me. But this incident taught me that there is a lot that goes behind F&B tech integration. It is not as simple as it seems. So I'm taking out a video series of the same. This is the first one, which is going to be focusing on the vending machines F&B business. So do watch this video till the end. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. So over the years, it feels like the humble vending machine F&B business in Singapore is turning into a 24/7 dark kitchen. What initially started with just a few beverages or snacks has turned into food options like everything that you could possibly imagine. So, of course, the orange juices are visible everywhere from residential societies to university campuses to business areas, like everywhere. Select locations you can find Insta Genie, which is their hot vending machine business. It had become very popular in the middle in NTU, and they had all these sounds and sights to attract people. You could hear it in the entire building. Then there is ice cream, and I have also seen like noodles, gourmet pizzas, and literally you'll also find like different kind of coffee vending machines, which are like Singaporean local kopi, the, etc. Then there is What the Cup. I have a video of the same in my shorts, which is like all kind of cold beverages, hot beverages, coffees, everything you can imagine. And then there is these Nomi vending machines, which give like yogurt parfaits and sandwiches and whatnot. Then Grab has its own, and like where beverage is concerned, Grab, Poca, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, like there are so many players in the business that you get even fruits out of vending machines. So that is something that is really growing in Singapore, and I do feel it's an interesting case to study. I also like to add on here, just to put it out there, that the reason that probably the vending machine F&B business is so crowded and competitive potentially in Singapore is because this business is actually a win-win situation for all different parties involved in the system, be it consumers or the business owners. And honestly, there are more vending machine businesses in Singapore as well. I found a tarot card reading vending machine in Chinatown. I have found EasyLink has multiple across the city. So does Pop Mart. There are toys, etc. Ben and Jerry's, Quality Walls. There's just so many players. And I'm going to be going into the depth of why I think that this is a win-win situation in this video ahead, and potentially how the system could lead to food security, etc. So do watch this video till the end to know more. Let's get into it. So now that I've covered the vast variety and prevalence of smart vending machine businesses in Singapore, especially in the F&B space, I'm going to dive deeper into the viability, financials and economics of the same business. So Singapore is facing the problem of labor shortages, even though there is a lot of migrant labor that comes in. Their own population is that of aging population. For those of you who do not know, Singapore has a total fertility rate of less than 1%, and having a vending machine business which does not require labor there constantly means that there is no wages to pay, no CPF contributions to make, no medical insurance bills to pay, no resting breaks to take in account for. The business runs smoothly and in the same manner as it does in 3 p.m. as it does at 3 a.m. and that leads to consistency round the clock. And let's be real, the footprint math in a small island like Singapore is equally compelling, because a vending machine takes up very little space, much smaller than even a small kiosk would be. And if we talk about F&B establishments in Singapore in general, in the first 10 months of 2025 alone, 2,400 F&B establishments did shut down. This does come from a space where rent keeps rising, competition keeps getting intensified, And if you think about it practically, this is something that durian brands have apparently started doing. For a fruit seller to have like 7, 8 storefront proper operating stores across the island, it is probably more financially viable to figure out a way to get the vending machines in place and run those round the clock. And the financials just make so much sense to anyone who is actually entering the business and can get it right and not give someone a bath in Coca-Cola the way I did. So yeah. So I'm going to be talking about the advantage of these vending machines from a real consumer perspective because I have been that side. So let's be real. The vending machines come maximum handy and with maximum convenience at late in the night, say at like 1:32 a.m. when say you don't have a 7-Eleven nearby and you are thirsty and just want something quickly. Then you can just press the lift button and go down and there will be a vending machine to serve you something, hopefully mostly in Singapore. But like hot vending machine, hot food vending machine businesses, etc., they do come in handy at the same hour if they are filled up. But in the daytime, I'll be real with you, they're usually quicker, but there are times when say the orders are so many in those vending machines because 100 people thought that it would save time and then went and placed orders over there, only for it to become as crowded if not more than a physical outlet. So yeah, they come with its perks and its challenges, but mainly also if someone wants to say escape human transactions or human interaction, you just want something quick to drink and you don't want to really get into the billing, etc., it helps at that point of time as well. And I'm also going to be honest about one thing over here. What happens as a customer when you're say planning your meals or planning food is that you tend to compartmentalize the food that you get at those vending machines in a certain category. So you do have some kind of mental association with the kind of food you get there. It's the same way you have maybe association with a sandwich at 7-Eleven or a quick cup of noodles that you might have at the airport. So you do kind of look forward to that meal, find your preferences, etc., and also take advantage of the consistent quality that these vending machines should typically offer, but not all of them do. So from a consumer perspective, basically you're hungry at some strange hour, vending machines are the best. So now I'm going to be concluding from a theoretical perspective what the pros and cons of these vending machines in Singapore look like in the F&B space. But I'm also going to be giving some real life examples of what maybe I have experienced with these vending machines, because what is in theory is not replicated in practice. So one of the pros that vending machines are known for is that they are of consistent quality. And because they don't perform badly because of weather or a tired chef, but I have personally received meals that are different from the same vending machine and the same product. This has happened with me with Insta Genie. They gave me less chicken and I was very sad because it did not meet my expectations. Then these vending machines use smart inventory tracking for real-time sales, and they restock only what is necessary, which does result in lesser food dump, and I hope that is true. And to be real, the kind of hot food that comes out of MRT stations at any given point of time at night, or like on a Sunday, you're roaming around an area which maybe slows down because it's Sunday, or like around office spaces or a campus building, you get hot food, but you also get it a certain way. It may not be cooked exactly like how you would get it at a normal stall. So that has its restrictions as well. And the cons that are often spoken about is that a vending machine cannot make any special adjustments to your orders. So you cannot customize it in any way. So say if you have an allergy or if you're a little unwell, then it doesn't work well for that person at all. The other thing, say if there is any problem in the vending machine, like how I was given a bath by the vending machine, or if a vending machine is jammed, I have had experiences with classmates where their payments haven't gone through and they've just had to go and get food from somewhere else. There is no human intervention, but they do give like a customer care number, but that is usually slow to respond. The other very big argument that comes up in Singapore culture, especially where the hawker culture is very big and is recognized by UNESCO for its craft and the individual skills that goes behind it, is that vending machines could potentially replace that culture. But the argument that comes here is that the vending machines are solving another problem altogether. They're solving problems of convenience, of inconvenience, or midnight eating, or just in a fast paced society, you need something quickly. So, only time will tell whether this kind of F&B tech integration will complement or rather replace that kind of culture. So, yeah, with that, I come towards the end of my video. I will be making another video, the next one, on app integration in the F&B in Singapore, because that has helped people skip queues, plan food better, and just get things more easily, and also see products in a more relaxed way in a crowded city like Singapore. So, see you in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching.